I read a quote once that said, "You can wake up early, drink your water, take your vitamins, go to the gym, eat healthy, but until you figure out what's in your head and in your heart, you're not healthy."
If a flower doesn't bloom, do you blame the flower or do you blame its environment, right? So imagine like if this plant didn't bloom, are you going to like blame the plant and check the plant, or are you going to check the soil? Are you going to check the light? Are you going to check the air around it, the humidity? Because that's the reason why the plant grows, right? So we are that flower, right? But if we're not growing or we're not sprouting or blooming the right way, what is your environment? Who are you talking to? What Instagrams are you scrolling? What things are you filled with in your feed? What's your mind constantly talking about, even if it's about your body?
Whatever is around you should speak to the highest version of you.
Maybe right now your journey isn't about love. Maybe right now your journey is about you. Maybe this is a season you're being challenged to be your own savior, to be your own safe place. Maybe right now you're being reminded that the people who walked away were only ever leading you back to yourself, were only ever leading you here. And here, you're okay on your own. You're rebuilding. Here you're adapting and mending and reclaiming all of the pieces you let them walk away with. Here, you are being kinder to your soul. You are giving yourself the same kind of love you have always given to others. Here you are not rushing your heart. You are not depending on another human being to fix it. Instead, here you are doing that on your own. Here you are healing.
You tell people how to treat you by what you accept. Listen, you need to learn how to love yourself. You need to learn how to love yourself, and you need to get to a point, as my brother said, Jay, right? We all are enough, but you have to get to a point when you have had enough. And some of us, we haven't had enough. Some of us, we're so afraid to move on with our life because we have tied our identity to around that thing. Listen, disrespect cannot be tolerated in your life anymore. Facts. People have to know that what you're not going to accept, what you're not going to tolerate, what you're not going to put up with. Some people ain't taking you serious because you ain't taking you serious. Some people just giving you the bare minimum because they know that's what you're going to accept. You got to know your worth, baby, and then charge tax. And I'm not telling you to be bougie. I'm not telling you to be stuck up, but I'm telling you to stop allowing things in your life that they wouldn't allow.
4 things to remember every single day. Number 1, the past cannot be changed. Number 2, happiness is found within. Number 3, kindness is free. Number 4, you only fail if you quit.
What happens if you take a cold shower every day? The heart rate is gonna go down with 20-30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. That means stress is gone. Cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. What happens more is that the blood flow runs much better through the system. The nutrients, vitamins and minerals and oxygen, they get better to the cells.
Don't ever give anybody enough power to bring back the triggered, unhealed version of you when you've worked so hard to become better than that.
I know who I am. I love who I am. I like what I do, and I like how I do it, and I like my mistakes, and I like the way I learn, and I like the pace with which I learn my mistakes. I don't want to be anybody else but me. And by knowing this, I want to continue figuring out who the f I am. That's it.
As a woman, we go through so much. And it's just really important that we have self-love and self-confidence, because that's where just feeling beautiful starts from. You go to sleep with yourself, you wake up with yourself, and if you're not happy with yourself, it's gonna show. That's the energy that you're gonna give off to people. So I really feel like if you take that time to hang out by yourself some damn time, you know what I'm saying? Like taking that personal time is what really helps me stay confident, because being around a lot of people, sometimes they pouring their energy on you that you don't need. key. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really important as a woman to just make sure that you take that time to spend with yourself, so you always feel good about yourself at the end of the day.
There are two things we should never have to chase: true friends and true love. People make time for who they want to make time for. People text and reply to people they want to talk to. When someone tells you that they're too busy continuously, believe them. Don't try to convince them otherwise. Don't try to force them to make time for you. If they want to, they will. It hurts, but you can't force someone to have feelings for you. Remember, the genie in Aladdin could do everything apart from that. You shouldn't have to beg someone to love you. You shouldn't have to beg someone to care. You shouldn't have to beg someone to try. You shouldn't have to beg someone to talk to you, and you shouldn't have to beg someone to put you first. If they wanted to, they would. Don't let people become a priority in your life when all you are to them is an option.
3 things to remind yourself of every single day. 1. Life is too short to spend it at war with yourself. 2. If you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. And 3. When you say yes to others, make sure you're not saying no to yourself.
7 rules of life. Number 1, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Number 2, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you. Number 3, give it time. Time heals everything.